What it do, guys? It's your girl 𝚘𝚏𝚘𝚙, and I am here with We Serve Dope. What is that, you ask? We serve difference of opinions presented to educate in an entertaining way, okay? Guys, if you are feeling the commentary today, please let me know in which way. Let me know if you have opinions. Let me know down below. This is all about opinions, guys. Let me know what you think. I'm going to give you what I think today, guys. As you know, if you've been here already, if you don't know, I pause commentaries. I pause videos to give my commentary in between. If you don't like that, that's okay. I won't be for everybody, okay? And that is okay. No hard feelings, no grudges, none of that, all right? Maybe I'll see you in the future, okay? So if it's the end here, it's the end. But, you know, if not, please make sure you subscribe, like the video, don't cost you nothing. Share, okay? Share with whoever you think may want the juice today, okay, that we talking about today, okay, guys? Thank you, guys. So, today's topic, mental health. We're going to talk about mental health up in here, okay? And how it's not really talked about enough, especially for criminals, right? Those who are in jail, those who happen to go to jail for whatever reason, right? They are still human, okay? Some of these people go to jail and they're in jail for something they never even did, or they're in jail for something that you know, they're blowing out of proportion, because some people go to jail for something so minor, end up in jail for a long time, right? So I don't care what you did, right? I don't care what kind of criminal you are. At the end of the day, mental health is important for everybody, right? I get it. Like a murderer, if there's a murderer out there and, you know, he's been out here killing people and he gets arrested, right? Do we care about his mental health? In the end, it's human rights, right? It's human rights, okay? Whether he's taking people's lives or not, the correctional facilities have a job and they need to stick to it. Whether these are bad people or not, you have a job, right? You have a service that you're giving, right? And part of that service is medical help, right? Feeding them properly, things of that nature. But I do think that the jails do take slight advantage of these things. They do not properly get the help they need, or they just neglect the jails. Like, they just don't care. The mayors don't really be involved as they say they do, because if they do and they see these activities, then there's a problem with the mayor, okay? Let's just say, okay? So today's story, we're going to tap into my girl, Nnoni Batiste Kosoko. That is her name. She was 19 years old, okay? She was arrested for a bench warrant, okay? A misdemeanor, okay? A misdemeanor, okay? She was arrested in Fulton County jail, and they transferred her to Atlanta City Detention Center, okay? They found her unresponsive July 11th at 6:36 in her cell, unresponsive with obvious injuries to her body. Okay? This girl was arrested and left in the cell for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Okay? And she was only arrested for a missing court date, a warrant. Okay? For a misdemeanor. For a misdemeanor. Let's blow a misdemeanor. Okay, she was in there for a misdemeanor. Okay, now her family is definitely protesting, doing what they do, you know, trying to get to the bottom of what really happened to this girl. I am going to insert a clip. And what's funny is that the day that they found her, it was the death anniversary of Sandra Bland, okay, and her death. Those who know her know the deal with that, right? Which is so ironic, right? And crazy. This is insane. What's happening? You know, people are really sick. They really have mental issues or any kind of issue, and you put them in a jail cell to rot, and you don't help them with their medical, whatever it is they might need. It's insane to me. And for those of you who working with the jails and go to these cells and see these people either sick, throwing up, or getting mistreated, and you just go about your regular everyday work and then go home and feed your children and take care of your children, and you don't give a damn what's going on, that makes you the worst of them. that makes you the worst of them. But anyway, here go the clips, guys, and I'll be giving you my commentary in between.
Updates on the death of a 19-year-old inmate in Fulton County custody. One of 𝚙𝚎 Kssoko's former cellmates says the system failed her.
Meanwhile, her family has vowed to stop at nothing to get to the bottom of what caused her to die alone in a cell. Fox 5's Rob DiRienzo has been on the story since day one.
Well, there are still no clear answers about why 19-year-old 𝚙𝚎 Kssoko died in Fulton County's custody at the Atlanta City Jail on July 11th. One of her former cellmates says it was clear she struggled with mental health, which a spokesperson for her family confirmed. Now everyone wants to know what happened to 𝚙𝚎.
The second she stepped into any jail, someone should have been like, she's not supposed to be here.
Denied bond for missing court on a vandalism charge, 19-year-old 𝚙𝚎 Kssoko spent the last 8 weeks of her life.
Sorry, y'all, 8 weeks. She was in there 8 weeks, not 2.
Locked up. One of her former cellmates, who asked to remain anonymous for fear of retribution on her active case, says 𝚙𝚎 would slam her head against the wall.
It wasn't like a soft bang. It was a very solid, hard, multiple time to the wall.
The cellmate, who we'll call Amanda, says that was at Rice Street before 𝚙𝚎 was moved to the city jail, where the county is using space to help relieve overcrowding.
They're piled up like sardines in the cell. I mean, sleeping by the toilet, sleeping on top of each other.
Amanda says 𝚙𝚎 struggled with voices in her head and should have never been in general population to begin with.
It was clear she just needed somebody. like when she said to get her hair done, like, she was calm.
According to the incident report obtained by Fox 5, no one knew 𝚙𝚎 was in trouble until dinner rounds. An inmate worker there to deliver food said she was face down and unresponsive, so she called to a guard. Guards' efforts to resuscitate her didn't work.
I know you guys are curious too, but like, it's, how do you not see her or know that she's in there passed away until dinner time? Like, what happened to lunch? What happened to breakfast? What happened to the cellmates who woke past the cell? What happened to the guards? What happened to count check or whatever it is they do? So you telling me not till dinner? I'm just curious. Like, what?
𝚙𝚎's family speaking out for the first time in a statement, saying they're, quote, committed to uncovering all the facts surrounding this shocking and unfortunate occurrence. Adding, if it is discovered that 𝚙𝚎's death was the fault of those who are responsible for her care, they will be held accountable. Amanda says that banging noise still haunts her at night, but she also remembers 𝚙𝚎's beauty.
She would, every now and then, she would start singing, and I think that was the tear from the voices as well. I still can, hear her voice. Like, I'll hear her voice and I remember her eyes.
Again, at this point, we still don't know what caused 𝚙𝚎's death. The Fulton County Sheriff's Office says they're still waiting to get the autopsy report back from the medical examiner's office before they can comment further. Meanwhile, all of this is happening as the DOJ is currently investigating the Fulton County Jail for its treatment of inmates with mental illnesses.
Yes, come through, family, on period. Yes.
Police are investigating the death of a 19-year-old inmate in the Atlanta City Detention Center. That woman is 𝚙𝚎 Kssoko, and she was found dead earlier this week. Officials say she was found during dinner time, and according to medical personnel and Atlanta fire crews, she did not show any obvious signs of injury. The Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office is expected to perform the autopsy to find out how and why she died. Now, this morning, the U.S. Department of Justice announced it is opening a civil investigation into the Fulton County Jail. New details now in the controversial death of an inmate at the Fulton County Jail. An independent autopsy found 𝚙𝚘 Thompson died of fatal cardiac arrhythmia after months of neglect while incarcerated. Fox 5's Deidre Dukes is live at the Fulton County Jail with more. And Deidre, Thompson's family and their attorneys insist jail staff should face criminal charges.
Attorneys for Thompson's family calling the Fulton County Jail a torture chamber. They say autopsy findings prove that jail staffers who were supposed to be caring for Thompson are guilty of willful neglect, and they do want them criminally charged.
We now know what caused 𝚙𝚘 Thompson to die, and it was criminal negligence.
Attorneys for LaShawn Thompson's family say the independent autopsy confirmed that he was, in their words, neglected to death.
It confirms that this is one of the most deplorable in custody deaths in the history of America.
The 35-year-old was schizophrenic and was being held in the jail's psychiatric wing. He died in September of 2022, 3 months after being arrested on a misdemeanor battery charge in Atlanta. Thompson's body was discovered in a filthy jail cell covered in bed bugs and other insects.
He was thrown in that cell in the mental health ward.
Guys, did y'all hear him say that that was the mental health ward? Did you see it? Did you see the mental health ward? What the fuck? Oh my God. Oh my God.
And left there to die.
The Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office listed Thompson's cause of death as undetermined, but Dr. Randy Mitchell, head of forensic pathology at Howard University, found Thompson died of complications due to severe neglect, which led to fatal cardiac arrhythmia.
The major contributing cause, untreated, decompensated schizophrenia, dehydration, malnutrition, severe body insect infestation, and the manner of death is homicide.
Attorneys say Thompson was unable to care for himself due to his diminished mental state and allege he went without food, liquids, and medication. Thompson's family is struggling to come to grips with the horrific circumstances surrounding his death.
Guys, your opinions. This is wrong, guys. This is flat out just wrong. This is just wrong. Like, people have rights, human freaking rights. You're not giving them water. You're not giving them what? Bed bugs, guys. Bed bugs. So you're not cleaning shit. So y'all just not doing nothing. So where are the dollars going? No, seriously, for real. Because there's a lot of taxpayers and a lot of people paying for these jails. So where is it going? You telling me that there's a whole mental ward and there's... First of all, if you got a whole section for this, it's supposed to be for a reason. They're supposed to be taken care of. They're supposed to get certain things that they need and require in this section. What are we talking about? This is inhumane. Inhumane. Like, let's go. And if you're working for this jail, shame on you. Like, what?
It's enough that the bed bugs and lice sat there and ate my brother to death. But the neglect hurts me the most. That in 2023, that we'll see people leave people, let them torture, let them rot in the cell. That hurts me the most.
And the family and attorneys also today calling for the first time for a meeting with Governor Kemp. They do say that they'd like to talk to the governor about more that can possibly be done when it comes to mental illness and funding here in the state of Georgia. They say mental illness should not be criminalized. That's the latest here at the Fulton County Jail. Deidre Dukes, Fox 5 News.
We'll continue to follow.
I totally need them to be investigated, okay? I'm gonna put a clip here. You're gonna see how free these inmates are here, okay? And how some of these guards are in on this. Like, you know, the reason why they're not doing nothing is because they're in on it, okay? Some of these guards are in on the fuckery, okay? Let's keep it a bean. Some of these guards get with these inmates and start doing things to other inmates for money, or helping them, or bringing things in the jail, or taking things out of the jail. Who knows? Right? Some of these damn COs ain't no good. Okay? They part of this shit. All right? Because if you see some of this shit happening, how are you not reporting it or doing something? Or damn near doing, you know, quitting. You know, I don't want to work in this fucking environment. I don't care what the money is like. You're selling your soul at this point. Because, you know, I talks about that. Selling your motherfucking soul for $1. That's what you doing. Because it's inhumane. You got to lead with love. That ain't of God. To watch people go through that. I don't care what they've done in life. It's insane. Especially if you know they're schizo. They have issues. They require certain help. Like, what? Guys, I'm going to calm down. this clip out real quick. Check this clip out.
Fulton County Sheriff confirms a rap video was recorded inside the jail without his authorization. It's the latest controversy swirling around the troubled facility, which is the target of a federal investigation.
Now, in that video, a detention officer stands by while more than a dozen inmates join in the rap session. Fox 5's Morse Diggs has more on the story.
It is easier for an officer when inmates cooperate or comply given the circumstances. But law enforcement experts say that strategy can go overboard if it allows the kind of casual conduct you're about to see, especially when there's an obvious security question.
I be running from 12 like I'm on a treadmill.
You could easily laugh about this video if the security circumstances at this Fulton jail were not so serious. This is the day room on one of the jail floors. As the inmate performed, an officer observes. Notice the door. It's wide open.
It just seemed too lax and too loose, particularly that that door was wide open. The inmate is standing there near the doorway in what we call the red zone, which is strictly prohibited.
More than a dozen participated. As if Pat Labat, the sheriff, does not have enough to worry about. An investigation is pointing to a jail contractor as the individual who used a cell phone to record the scene. Here is a statement from his office. Sheriff Labat believes it is important that everyone who works in the jail follows all guidelines, policies, and procedures to maintain safety and security. Although the contractor who recorded the video was authorized to have a phone in the jail during the course of their official duties, Labat is concerned and disappointed about this flagrant violation and expects the contractor's employer to take appropriate action. Retired Sheriff's Lieutenant Charles Rambo is a law enforcement trainer.
There's no recording inside of the jail, period, unless it has been authorized. No reason that that type of performance should have been recorded and released and uploaded to social media to show the internal order of the jail.
That officer in the video, she's resigned. Her last day was Friday. From Northwest Atlanta, I'm Morse Diggs, Fox 5.
She's resigned. Of course she has. Of course she's resigned, guys. She knows it's about to be lash on that ass, okay? It's about to be lash on that ass. She sat there and allowed this shit to go down, okay? She sat there and watched this shit go down. This is the same person who will walk past the cell and the mental ward and see somebody going through something and see them pissing on themselves and throwing up and shit and getting bit by bugs and just go about her motherfucking business. That's her right there. She knew she was about to be questioned. She knew she was about to, She knew it was about to be ragtag that ass. Oh yeah, she knew. She resigned and shit. She's still trying to get a benefit. She's still trying to get something out of this by resigning. I think they need to take action on her ass because she's trying to run. She's trying to run with her benefits. She's trying to run with something before she get fired and everything get taken. That's what she's trying to do. Okay, they need to put her under the fire. Put her under the... Somebody got to... Listen, somebody got to get the burn. Okay, because she's part of the team who ain't doing shit about this. All right, burn her ass. If it was up to me, we'd burn her ass. Guys, I reposted those pictures there because I want us to see, like really see, like what these people are living in. I mean, I don't care what you've done. You don't deserve that. Yes, the cell, you deserve a cell if you're a criminal, right? But you deserve a clean one. You deserve water. You deserve, especially if you got a mental issue. You cannot be in this kind of stuff when you have a mental issue. That doesn't help at all. It honestly makes it worse. Being in a closed environment in general, right, will bug you out. Imagine a dirty one being bit by bugs for hours at a time. Imagine that. Like, this is insane. Like, I feel bad for humanity. I feel bad, guys. I feel bad for those of you who are watching 60 Days In. This is a show too that's on TV. And they have a person there named Kayla, an inmate named Kayla, who never leaves her cell. This girl is always in the cell. She's always banging, making noise. Okay, the inmates are always talking about how they don't feed her, how they neglect her, how they don't feel like she needs to be in that cell, how she needs mental assistance, like she needs help. The girl's always saying she want to get out. She just want to take a shower. She doesn't take a shower. They don't let her shower. They don't let her eat. At one point, they trying to give her food, and the girl's been in there for so long. She's delusional. You see her talking to herself. She's pacing back and forth. You know, she's angry. She's mad. You know, at one point, the guard calls her a bitch. Okay? Like, you're not helping her. You come there to give her a meal, some shitty ass meal at that, okay? Cold as hell. She's been in the cell for hours. She don't get to come out to do nothing. You're not her friend. She clearly been asking you to take her out of there. And you come back with a meal. She's angry. She's upset. She probably is gonna throw it or say she don't want it or whatever the case might be, because she's not getting what she needs. She's mentally not there, and you take it personal and call her a bitch. And you know this is your job. You know this girl is bugged out. You know she has issues, and you call her a bitch. Like, it's just not professional. I don't like it. Okay, that's just like working in a nursing home, working with elderly people who has dementia or whatever they have. They forget things. They call you out your name. I've had a patient call me a nigga before. I've had like a patient saying I haven't fed them because they are schizo. Like, I mean, not schizo. What's it called? Alzheimer's. Well, they forget things. Right? And so you think I'm going to call them bitches and hoes and MFers because they don't remember when I know that's their sickness? Come on now. If you don't like your job, do not take it. Do not take the job. I don't care what is paying you. Do not take the job if you don't like the job, if you genuinely don't want to do the damn job. Because there's people out there who do need the job, who will genuinely do the job properly. And for those of you running the damn jail, hello, pay attention to your employees. Why do we have cameras? Because you could clearly see these employees acting a fool and treating these people like shit. So why do we have cameras? Why do we have you as warden, as bosses, as freaking, like, why? This is wrong. There needs to be more awareness on this, guys. Share, like, share this shit. Let's spread awareness on this. This is wrong. This is wrong, point blank and period. Okay? Point blank and period. The good news is that LaShawn's family, they were pursuing lawsuits, and I do think that they're on the brink of winning. Okay, they're trying to negotiate or come up with some type of settlement. Almost $4 million here, guys, that they may get here due to this neglect that they've done, and I feel like they deserve. Okay, because their family member is no longer here because of their stupid neglect. So I feel they deserve it, and they should get it on period. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and calm down because you know I get a little hype, and I'm gonna go ahead and calm down, guys. But you guys got my opinion, guys. Please let me know what your opinion is down below. Share, like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, guys, you've got my opinion. You've been served, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later. Take care of yourselves out here. Take care of yourselves out here in these streets. You hear me? Please and thank you.